right, guys, it's here. I wasn't expecting this, but Ezra has officially been nerfed. He no longer works with Rey. I cannot believe they did this. I recorded this video like 10 minutes ago, but I was like rambling and I didn't really read this before, recording, so I'm gonna retake it. This is insane though. They're not only nerfing Ezra, but they're also nerfing MERRIN. Now we'll get into that in a second. First, I want to talk about Ezra and also Gungans because they are getting a surprise buff, but let's talk about Ezra first. Now, they state here very clearly that Ezra was intended to be a lifter for GL Ahsoka, but as we all know, he is really good with GL Rey, so people have been really not sure because he's very good in both. And a lot of people pick Ezra with Rey over Ahsoka. I personally think Ezra is better with Rey in 3s and Ahsoka in 5s. Yeah, they realize how just insane Ezra is, so they are officially changing him to only work of GL Ahsoka. And I will say, I'm not gonna read the full, like, all the differences, but basically the main thing they did is make it so he can't gain Purgle migration unless he's with a full Spectre team. So that means that he will not be able to lose his exile and he won't be able to apply it onto the enemy, which is kind of a big deal. So yeah, and there's some other stuff they changed as well. You are free to look at this. I will link in the description. That's one thing that content creators don't do here is they don't like link these posts, and it's kind of hard to find, so I will put it in the description for you to look at. But yeah, he is getting chopped. He is now going from an S tier conquest unit to like an A tier. He's kind of on the same wavelength as Darkside Vision Rey. So Relic and Omicron investment into Ezra will be reset and refunded to inboxes when these changes go live, so that everyone can make their decisions again with full information. I am really glad they're doing this because I feel like in the past they would not do this. I mean, they did it with Satil, and I am someone that has a Relic 10 Ezra, and I gotta say, I don't think I'm gonna put the Relic 10 back on him. I think what I'm gonna do is take him to Relic 9, and then I'm gonna put the Relic 10 onto Satil. Satil Relic 10 is so good. I think I'm putting it there. Ezra, I don't think really needs the Relic 10 as much. So, but I like to Relic 10, but yeah, you're being pushed down a little bit. I also just don't have GL Ahsoka, but I'm literally 1 unit away. I just need Plo Koon's Relic 5. I need to take him to 8. That's literally it. I have all the signal data to do it. I just need scavenger materials, and then Rey is Ahsoka's unlocked. So that is what they're doing with Ezra. You are free to read all the changes if you want. We're just gonna go through this a little quickly because I want to get this video out relatively fast. Because I'm new and I gotta get that information out first. The other thing they're doing, which kind of makes me sad, is they are killing the MERRIN versus Jabba counter. MERRIN's Omicron will now only work against non-GLs. So what they're doing is they're refunding her Omicron, but not the Relic levels, which is unfortunate because I know some people who have put Relic 10 on their MERRIN just for the Jabba thing. So that's kind of rough. But they're giving us a free Omicron. And they're also changing Gungan Phalanx's Omicron, which I think is very interesting. It's going from galactic challenges to territory wars. Now, would I want it to be Grand Arena? Yeah, I would. But territory wars is still kind of fun. So I'm going to show what this is going to do because I think this is personally where I'm going to move that Omicron. I think I'm going to put it on the Phalanx. So let's look at what that Omicron is doing. Okay, so they're making it not as insane. It will give 3 additional stacks instead of 10. They're removing 100% evasion at the start of the encounter, which is kind of insane if they kept that for territory wars. Reduce the offense to be 20% when a Gungan uses a special instead of 50%. But we will still read the Omicron because a lot of people don't know what the Galactic Challenges Omicron does. And it's toning down what the Galactic Challenges thing did. This is now the new Omicron. At the start of the first turn, the ally shield generator gains 3 stacks of plasma shielding, which is pretty solid. Enemies can't assist if they're targeting Phalanx. Whenever an enemy is defeated, all Gungan allies gain 100% evasion for 1 turn. That could be pretty nuts. Maybe. Whenever a Gungan uses a special ability for the next 2 turns, all Gungan allies have 20% offense and their basic abilities expose the target enemy for 1 turn. Which is that's pretty wild. I'm not sure if the 20% offense will stack, but I'm not sure. As well as the exposes, if those stack, then that's actually really crazy. Whenever a Gungan ally inflicts defense down, all Gungan allies gain offense up for 1 turn, and whenever a Gungan ally attacks on a turn, they remove 10% turn meter from the target enemy. I don't think this is gonna be like an insane Omicron, but I know a lot of people are not using Gungans on territory war defense, but this might bring it back. I'm curious to see what TW heads think about this, because I'm not totally sure. All right, and the final thing, they have changed Ahsoka actually, and they've buffed her a little more, which is kind of interesting. Basically, what she does now is when she counterattacks, she deals true damage to all enemies, which cannot be countered. Now, this is a big deal because a lot of cheese-heavy teams, for instance, Bad Batch 2 cleaning up solo Ahsokas, which I've done in Grand Arena before in 3v3, that's not going to work anymore because, yeah, she is going to eventually take your units to low health, low protection, but it can't kill you if you're doing cheesy stuff. And then once she counters, those units will die. So it's going to be harder to do cheap, simple stuff against Ahsoka. And also, Ahsoka is immune to blind, which I'm not sure why they did that. They have an interaction in mind, but I'm not totally sure what it is. If you know, put it in the comments, because I'm curious why they've specifically done that. But I know why they've done the other thing. And yeah, sadly, MERRIN no longer works against GLs, which is pretty sad. I kind of wish that they would refund the SWGOH Omicron as well, because that's a large reason why most people got that, is to pair with MERRIN to beat Jabba's, but that doesn't work anymore. So, but they're only refunding MERRIN, so who knows? Maybe they'll be like, oh, you know what? My bad, guys. We will refund SWGOH's Omicron as well. But knowing CG, I think it's kind of unlikely. Yeah, Ezra, the king of plug and play, has officially been slaughtered, which, you know, there are plus sides and there are downsides. I think Rey is now in a bad place. I think Ahsoka is in a really good place right now. Especially because she's gotten some, like, a little bit of buffs, and Huyang has been fixed. He now does the appropriate amount of stacks of damage, which has been a bug for years, many years. Rey, she's kind of in trouble. She needs kind of a boost. I don't really know what her future holds, but it's kind of looking not very good. I think Ahsoka, oh my gosh, I keep saying Ahsoka. I think Rey needs a new lifter. Who knows? Maybe not Ezra level, because that was honestly pretty annoying, but yeah, looks like Rey has gone from really good to really mediocre. All right, that's kind of it. Let me know what you guys think and in the comments. And also, I stream Grand Arenas on YouTube and Twitch, so check me out. It's really fun. You should be there. Occasionally I like to also roster review or roster roast if you ask, so it's all good fun. You should check it out. And I will see you guys later. Or tomorrow if I stream Green Arena, which I should. Take care, everyone.